I have a lot of hope. Hey everyone, I hope today is going well for you. XRP can be bought for around $212. Yes, that's correct. Not long ago, I bought the top. Okay, I knew what I was getting into. The news about the case came out right away today, which is fine. That news that makes XRP go up is actually news that makes it go down, right? In fact, I'm bullish here because of that. BTC is about to reach a new high point. Are you ready? That's why I'm going to make the links. Guys, don't give up. I think you can sell what they did today. In irritation, sadness, and anger, guys. After that, they'll pump it up. We know this, right? It's easy to see the trend. It keeps happening over and over. Let me put it all together in real life. A lot of good things are happening with the XRP system. Let's see what comes next. CoinMe has news about improvements and changes to the XRP world in general. You can now get XRP. You can use cash to buy and sell XRP at more than 28,000 shops in the US right now. When you think about money, remember that this was the first big coin to do it. I believe it was Bitcoin. As more ways for banks and money moves to use the XRP ledger are found, well done to the XRP army. One of these places sells XRP, but I don't know which one it is. You can now use their debit card to get the finance tool at a CoinMe store or in the CoinMe app. That's pretty cool, right? Now it's going to join the real world. 2. The Ripple ad is still playing over and over in New York City's Times Square this Wednesday, June 25th. The whole amount of money, what's going on here? They didn't even stop the ads. Every day it seems like the same thing happens. Bonds seem to be going through it, so take a look around. Guys, look at how in the middle of New York City it is. Do you understand what that means? People who don't know about Ripple or XRP can now look it up and learn more about it. Plus, it's one of the bigger ads out there. Get it and become a part of this group. Aside from that, it's also programming people's minds for XRP, which is the future of banks. Why do people think the bears will win? We'll talk about it soon. But I'm sure that's true. Strong whoa, guys. I was stressed out and couldn't fall asleep today. When I looked at the numbers, I told myself, hey, hurry up. However, I wasn't sure what was going on with XRP before, and I don't think I am now. I think I know what's going on, and I'll explain it all in a moment. Guys, today we're going to talk about the XRP community, which is a part of XRP. This is really cool from XRP. No, once upon a time on this day, or to put it another way, it's won. We didn't win today though, did we? Mr. Pool 626,231 wrote. We lost, but we might win next time. A different view of what happened with the C case might show that it wasn't so bad after all. Today we're ready. Someone just replied to this tweet. By Dave Shores, the EVAM virtual machine for Ethereum and the XRP record are now ready to use. Ready Wallets dApps have all the info they need to run, as well as the XRP ledger. The neighborhood is ready to go. Should we start the main net now? Could you please wait a little longer? Asked David S.H. What does that mean to him? Now, what does he mean by this? The game is almost over. It's over after just a little more play. To be honest, the most likely reason he said that was because Judge Torres turned down the party's request for Stewart to make a choice. The judge gave us two options now that the ball is back in our court. Smith's appeal is to question how history is defined when it comes to institutional sales or going forward. With the call, the fact that Snippet is not a security has not changed the law, so stay tuned. For now, things are going as planned. There are two reasons for this to happen right now. First, they're waiting too long for a certain result. Second, they're waiting too long for something outside of themselves to happen, like the world not being ready. Third, they're waiting too long for the event to happen. The first thing is that they want this case to end. That's the second thing, they don't know what else to do. Maybe they want people to sell, but I don't think that's what Bank XRP wants. Nothing changes while you wait. It's just a game, right? Then why is that the case? One thing we can learn from Judge Torres's ruling is that private deals. It is still in the public interest for her to make the choice she did. In this case, the parties cannot agree not to follow the court's ruling. This isn't even close to what they need to do. She told them that they could either drop their appeal and accept the ruling, or they could fight it through the complaints process. These people will pay the fine and deal with the order, but the SEC will let them sell things without following the rules again. I think the XRP that was sold to banks before is now thought of as an investment. Ripple should just pay the fine and follow the court order, but sales can happen again. There are times when yes, there is sometimes, I think there is. There's something cool going on here according to Josh Torres. XRPs that are bought and sold on public platforms are not securities under the law based on the Howey test. This could be good for XRPs, but why are they being sold on the public exchange? In the future, when people buy and sell XRP on secondary markets without knowing each other, those deals are not stocks. What does this mean? The big supply shock is still being made. As it stands, he means that banks will have to buy XRP from markets instead of Ripple itself. It will happen more quickly on trades because of this. Guys, it's over if that happens. At the moment, things will go very badly if these banks are forced to buy on the open market. XRP will go through the roof. To the moon, yes, you heard me right. This is how the supply shock will work. That's how things stand for Bitcoin at the moment. You can buy Bitcoin off the market from BlackRock over the counter and other places, but not on the market itself. That's the reason Bitcoin is rising. We need the same thing to happen with XRP, and this could be the way they do it. To be clear, guys, the injunction that Judge Torres put in place only applies to future sales to colleges. Ripple can't break securities laws because of this injunction. This means that any future sales of XRP to institutional buyers must also follow securities laws unless they are specifically exempted or made clear otherwise. Yes, they could also just stick to this road. That's interesting. That's how. Yes, does this have anything to do with Shane Ellis? Does this have anything to do with the Shane Ellis idea? Oh, hey, Newsack. For now, it will be mostly the same as the old one. Yes, isn't it a little strange that they are the same sex? This is the same SEC that went after or talked about Ripple before. Yes, it's the same thing. But the SEC sounds so happy and upbeat when they talk about Bitcoin and other coins. However, nothing has changed. It doesn't make sense, does it? There's a problem. What is it about XRP or Ripple that makes it so stuck when all the other coins are happy and dancing? I don't know what the White Swan event is, but it might be happening soon. The market isn't getting ready for anytime soon that both cases have been dropped. Both sides' lawyers have had a lot of time to work on their appeals, so I think they will both be thrown out soon. Should have known this was going to happen, is it right? Could there be a White Swan event soon? Yes, I think so because I'm XRP rich right now. I know some people are going to sell XRP, but it looks like the market is going up to me, right? Putting more P on the other side, the Joker has told you to say, hey, extravet. When does the case end? When will this case be over for good? That time frame is coming to mind again, right? We need to return to this room. We were told by David Schurz that this dish is almost done. What did he say on July 23rd? Are you helping? That's it, guys. We can finally eat the food. Yes, keep it.